after Sonu Nigam's recent concert controversy in Bangalore, where the celebrated singer got caught up in a heated language debate. Karnataka has once again become the epic center of a language row. But this time, it's not just a singer, it's a politician, filmmaker, and iconic actor all rolled into one. Yes, Kamal Hassan is now in the middle of a linguistic firestorm that stirred legal tension, cultural sentiment, and even the fate of his upcoming film. So, what exactly happened? Well, it all began during the promotional event for Kamal Hassan's next big release, Thug Life. At a Chennai event last month, Kamal Hassan made a remark that didn't sit well with people across the border in Karnataka. So, Kamal Hassan stated that Kannada is born out of Tamil, a statement that instantly triggered outrage, especially among Kannada language advocates and cultural bodies. Soon after, the Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce stepped in, led by prominent voices like Sara Govindu. The chamber declared a ban on the release of Thug Life in Karnataka unless Hassan issued a public apology.
ಕಮಲ ಹಾಸನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪತ್ರದ ಮೂಲಕ ಬಳಸಿದ ಪದ ಬಳಕೆಯನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಪಡೆದು ಕ್ಷಮೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಲು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ಈ ವಿಷಯವು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೂ ಬಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಸಹ ಸಾಮರಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ತಿಳಿ ವಾತಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುವ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮಂಡಳಿಗೆ ನೀಡಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲ ಹಾಸನ್ ಅವರ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಘನ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲೇ ರಿಟ್ ಪಿಟಿಷನ್ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಚಿತ್ರ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮತ್ತು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೋರಿದ್ದು, ಸದರಿ ದಾವೆಯು ಈ ದಿನ 3/6/25 ವಿಚಾರಣೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ದಾವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮಂಡಳಿಯು 5ನೇ ಪ್ರತಿವಾದಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಘನ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾದಿಗಳ ವಾದವನ್ನು ಆಲಿಸಿದ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಯ ಆಶೋತ್ತರವಾದ ಪದ ಬಳಕೆಯನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಪಡೆಯುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರುವುದು ಸೂಕ್ತ ಎಂಬ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಾಗಿತ್ತು.
But here's where things escalated even further. Kamal Hassan didn't just refuse to apologize, he stood his ground. In fact, his production house, Rajkamal Films International, took the matter to court, filing a plea with the Karnataka High Court seeking the film's release in the state. However, the court wasn't pleased. On Tuesday, during the hearing, the Karnataka High Court made strong observation. The judges clearly said that while Kamal Hassan may be a popular film star and even a politician, that does not permit him to hurt public sentiments. The court even quoted the age-old wisdom: discretion is the better part of valor. They pointed out that mistakes can happen, but it's how one responds to those mistakes that matters. The bench granted Kamal time till 2:30 p.m. that day to make amends. They reminded everyone that yes, there may be many languages in India, but the nation remains one. The statement was a reminder of the emotional and political weight language carries, especially in a cultural rich and linguistically diverse country like India. Now back to Kamal's side. His legal team told the court that the actor had already made a written submission addressing the KFCC's demand for an apology, and they reiterated there was nothing to apologize for. They clarified that Kamal's statement wasn't meant to offend or misrepresent linguistic heritage. But the court was not entirely convinced. While they did adjourn the hearing to June 10, they didn't grant any clearance for the film's release in Karnataka for now. So as things stand, Kamal Hassan's Thug Life won't be releasing in Karnataka, at least not until the issue is resolved, either through legal action or a potential change in a stance by the actor. Let's also not forget what KFCC representative S. Sara Govindu said during a media interaction on May 30 in Bangalore. He was clear, there is no sorry anywhere in Kamal Hassan's statement. We won't release the film. He mentioned that KFCC stands in solidarity with Kannada.
ದಾವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ ವಾದಿಗಳು ಚಿತ್ರ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ಆದೇಶ ನಮಗೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಂದು 3/6/2025 ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ತುರ್ತು ಕಾರ್ಯಕಾರಿ ಸಮಿತಿ ಸಭೆ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದು, ಈ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಾಂಕ 30/5/25 ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲ್ ಹಾಸನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬರೆದ ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲ್ ಹಾಸನ್ ಅವರು ಇಂದು 3/6/25 ವ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಉತ್ತರಿಸಿದ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಸಭೆಯ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತರಲಾಯಿತು. ಇಂದಿನ ದಾವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಜರಿದ್ದ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರ ವಕೀಲರು ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಜರಾಗಿ ವಿಚಾರಣಾ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಸಭೆಯ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದರು. ಸಭೆಯು ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲ್ ಹಾಸನ್ ಅವರ ಪತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಸಹೋದರ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ, ಸಹಬಾಳ್ವೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಸಹ ಅವರ ಆಸೆಯಿದ್ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನತೆ ನೆರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸವನ್ನೇ ಬಯಸುತ್ತೇವೆಂಬ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಸಭೆಯು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿತು.
Activist group like Karnataka Rakshana Vedike, who have strongly demanded a public apology from Kamal. The larger context here is important. Language in southern India is not just a mode of communication, it's a deep part of people's identity, pride, and politics. Statements, even if made casually or in passing, can trigger massive cultural debates, and that's exactly what we are seeing now. So, from Sonu Nigam being questioned over his choice of language at a concert to Kamal Hassan now being legally challenged and culturally boycotted, the Kannada language row continues to raise through question about freedom of expression, responsibility, and respect. The court has made one thing very clear. Being a public figure comes with the responsibility to respect diverse sentiments, especially in a multilingual country like ours. Whether these situations end in compromise, correction, or confrontation, we'll find out on June 10 when the court revisits the case. Until then, thug life is on hold in Karnataka, and Kamal Hassan's language remark remains the subject of heated debate across political lines, cultural communities, and of course the film industry. Now, what do you think on this matter? Do let us know in the comment section, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Free Press Journal.